Hello, hello, hello. We are back. We're back for another episode of Money Classroom Classes in Session with Dea, live and in charge. I see persons joining us in the chat already saying good evening, Money Peeps. Evening, big up yourself, Anicia. Hello, we've had somebody hours ago come in, when him Jano, continue to inspire all in becoming investors, enough love and respect. Big up yourself, Jano. So we are opening up the classroom doors. Everybody, rock and come in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're streaming over tonight here, and it's been a busy 2 weeks. We have a lot to catch up on. Last week we didn't have our money classroom because I was traveling to Atlanta, but we're back this week. So we have to talk about the Build Wealth conference, and we have to talk about Invest Fest that I went to in Atlanta, which was whoa, whole other thing. So Billwell conference, we can just probably go a little into how that was. Buildwell conference was between August 16 to 18. We it was good. We done take over the whole of AC Hotel. We took all of the rooms there and full them up, full, full, full. We had over 300 persons. 300 persons in attendance. So we just bring up that photo so you can see it they look. But enough people in there. Enough people, y'all came out. Y'all came all the way out, fully, fully, fully out. Right? And I'm very excited about that because I love teaching about money and to see persons genuinely interested in learning about how to build wealth, so much so that you pay money for coming in. You don't know. Big up yourself. Um, we had Miss Kitty was hosting for day one, so that was Miss Kitty bring the vibes, come in, do our thing, and it really created that money energy, which set the stage. And we had some really good presentations as well. Big up yourself, Ricky from Investors. We'll talk more about investors, but with Build Wealth Conference, the sessions, it was just so informative. Persons really opened up their mindset. A lot of people came to me during the conference and after saying, boy, Keisha, never used to think about this until you come now. You show me a different way to approach life, to approach my finances. And so from that, a lot of people, some people come into the academy, the Profit Jumpstarter Academy, and they say, I need to stay here because I want to stay in this money circle with the money peeps. I want to be a part of this community and keep getting information on building wealth. And me now make it miss me. Me now make the knowledge miss me. So for those persons who've joined the academy, big up yourself. I'm excited to see you inside. You came in, watch up your videos, learn. You're meeting new investor friends, money friends. So, you have to go to Brook Life and stepping into a circle where people are about building wealth, they're about education, they're about development, they're about empowerment. So that's been amazing to see. So after Billwell Conference, took myself fly Ghana Atlanta to Invest Fest. No, Invest Fest had about probably 20,000 people. It was huge. And some of the Profit Jumpstarter community was there. I saw Stacey Ann, big up yourself. She was there as well. And it just nice. It was a nice vibe. They had 50 Cent as the keynote speaker, and he did come and talk to him. Never really got too much about Diddy, but he did talk the things. And Steve Harvey, he came and spoke. Stephen A. Smith spoke. Monica Dwyer performance. All of the celebs were out. But one of the things with investors I love is that people come and even though they make it and they're celebrities, they come and they share nuggets, they share insights because they are passionate as well about helping people to build wealth and helping people to succeed. So it was good overall. So the past 2 weeks have been very busy. I'm tired, trust me. But I am here because I missed you guys. I missed you. Right? 2 weeks passed when I get to talk. That long. That's very long. Whole heap of things happen, but we don't really get for breakdown. I haven't been able to, share with you. So let's jump right into it and just cue it up. This is not financial advice. It's not financial advice. Let's just cue that up and make you know it's not financial advice, but we're gonna talk the things. We're gonna go into the money things, the money conversation. So Dr. Nigel Clarke, Minister of Finance, is stepping on to bigger and better things. that came out in the papers recently. I saw that he's headed to the IMF, and that's no joke. That's a big move, right? So Dr. Nigel Clarke is headed there for October 31. He's gonna start his position there as deputy managing director. Big deal, big deal. He's up there, fully up there in terms of where he's gonna be with regards to the IMF and also the impact that he's going to have. Now, good and bad. Good because traditionally the IMF hasn't really had expertise from the Caribbean. They don't really understand developing economies that well, though they will never really admit it. They don't really understand it. And so a lot of the policies and some of the notes and the structures that they create for smaller economies don't really work because the people who are making the policy then never set foot really, never lived here, so they don't really understand the nuances of smaller markets, smaller economies, and specifically economies that are struggling with climate. One little earthquake, hurricane, mash up Jamaica. That doesn't happen in other more developed economies. And so when you're structuring different financial notes, you have to bear that in mind. And so it's a good move having Dr. Nigel Clarke going there because he's going to bring that, perspective. He's going to be able to talk to them and help as they're creating new structures to give his perspective and help them to actually create things that make sense for smaller economies. Also, he's done a fantastic job as Minister of Finance for Jamaica, take the country from, strugglation into the start of economic growth and development. It's a good move. Now, on the flip side, bad side, we're gonna take the reins. We don't really know, okay, it's rough out there. Who is gonna be the next in line? Certainly there are qualified persons who have the background to do that. One being, the Honorable Favor Williams, she have the background. You have other MPs as well. They have a background in finance, so they could step up to the plate. But a big shoes to fill because Dr. Nigel Clarke has done an extremely good job. And so we're watch we see what will really happen. What will step in. Like, let me know in the chat. What are your thoughts? Who do you think are some really good candidates for the upcoming Minister of Finance or Mistress of Finance? What do you guys think would be some good candidates? Because it's going to be announced soon. It has to be. Because one thing for sure, uncertainty doesn't bode well for any economy. You don't really want something like this lingering for too long. So I suspect by around next week, Prime Minister is going to have to come out and make that announcement. We can't have the uncertainty kind of lingering. So that's coming for sure. So let me know. Want to think which names could potentially pop up and who would you want to see as Minister of Finance? Who would I say, yeah, for real, I feel more confident having this person in the position because it all comes back to economic confidence. That's where people are going to know, go into the Jamaican economy, start jobs, do businesses, all of that because they feel more confident. The sentiment is positive. So who do you think would be a good candidate for that? Let me know. Type it in. I have my thoughts, I think it has to be somebody with that financial background, somebody who can continue the trajectory that has been started because the next big risk, if we get a new Minister of Finance and that person comes in and say, hey, me a change course and me a go the way here, I'm going to start doing something completely different. We don't really want that because it's going to shake things up too much, right? The Jamaican economy is on a certain path already. Apart from development, there are significant improvements. We want to continue to see that. So I wouldn't necessarily want to see somebody who will change up the thing, change the course too much. So we don't really want that at all. And so we watch, we see, we wait, we hear, see how it kind of play out from there as well, So also we have on the US side, the stock market has been top of the top. It's been performing very well, but I think we're seeing signs of things going slow down because the good news that comes out not being rewarded the same way. The market not really jump at the good news as much anymore. Like Nvidia reported this evening and stock down, which kind of weird because Nvidia did really well financially, but stock price drop. Why? That don't really make sense. But I think what happened, investors are like, well, Me not push up no stock price. I'm not buying a stock unless it have gone really, really well. Even though the results were good, maybe the investors wanted it to be more good for them to actually go buy. So when you see that where good news not really being rewarded very well, it kind of make you have to think like, all right, what really are going, what go on, and we can see from that. Which brings the important point, we want to talk about investing. For some of the things I'm talking about, maybe for some people, you don't really know what I'm talking about. You don't really have no investments. You don't have any stocks, especially international stocks. And so when you see things happening in the economy, it don't really mean nothing to you because you kind of just go through your daily life, go same way. But one thing I want for you is that you're here inside Money Classroom, you come here, watch, take something now, and go implement, take something, do something, open a little investment account, whether a local one or an international one, open it, do something. We also, tonight I have a very special guest who will come and talk about different opportunities to make passive income and what you can do with that. For sure, my desire for you, what I want for you, is see if you make some money. And making money in a way that we not have to, kill off yourself and work hard and struggle and struggle and struggle to make money. There are very smart money moves we can make today that we need to be thinking about. Very, very smart money moves. And we want to think about that, right? So that's what we're all about tonight. That's what we are into. You guys hear me okay? I just want to make sure. Kind of quiet. Y'all are quiet tonight. I saw a comment earlier, but I just want to make sure. Now you hear me good? Because we go. Right? I just want to make sure that you guys are hearing okay. And then we can see. Just making sure you hear me. Got no people there here tonight. There are a lot of people on. Just want to make sure you can hear. Always see. Okay, when they hear me good, and just quiet then, and just I listen, and just quiet, and just quiet. Big up yourself, Roger. Philly in the house. Hello, hello, and then all right, Michelle heard me loud and clear. All right, so I got all the things. Then that's my TED talk on the politics in Jamaica. I guess somebody business. Maybe you guys are like, shut up, Keisha, I don't care, but you have to care. You do. It is very important, especially if you have any money tied up in Jamaica, anything, whether a job, investment, anything. These things are really important. They matter. And that is why I talk about it. Because if you get a minister of finance will change the course, you're going to feel it in your pocket. Best believe you're going to feel it. And that's why we have to be present about the implications of that. And we have to set up ourselves a certain way. So let's talk about how we're going to set up ourselves. Let's bring on our guest for tonight. Bringing her back. She was with us at the conference. Hello, hello, Venice. She was with us. Shared a lot of gems. You guys loved her. Every minute somebody else come to me, Venice, and they were like, Lana Mercy, Venice said this in Keisha. How is it? How do I find her? How did it? So no, especially this time of year, as we think about, summer ending and back to school, a lot of people are gonna feel a little crunch financially because the book them not cheap, the uniform not cheap, bag of shoes, all that ain't cheap, and then school fees due. Enough schools are saying, you need to pay this thing in full before you pick set foot in a classroom, or you will be embarrassed if you don't pay. So we want to be proactive. We want to make some money. So that's why I invited you on tonight for us to talk about passive income. So guys, for those who are new to this, you're like, oh, this beautiful lady over here. This is Venice Anderson Face. Give them a nice, cute. When I say cute, see? Right? So Venice has a long career. She was in banking before and then she retired from banking. Now she's running several companies. She's an entrepreneur for the last 12 years. She has a body contouring spa. She's also in the energy industry. She owns a service station. And also, she's making a lot of money online. She's a serial entrepreneur. We're going to talk about some of the ways that we can make passive income, especially online. And one of the main things I love, Venice is really passionate about coaching women and men around the world to take their financial well-being more seriously. Should I play a thing with you? She there to show you how to make the money. And that's why she's so passionate about pouring into person. And really, I just want to say I am very inspired by the work you do. Like minds think together. We're on the same passion. We see people succeed. And we know sometimes, we talk the things and people don't really implement. Then take long, right? But we still do it because we care. We still do it. And we show up every day because we care. So welcome back to Money Classroom with Denise and this Daisy.
Thank you so much, Lisa, for having a good night. And good night, dear Flood.
Can't hear you.
To big up yourself.
We can't hear you. Yeah,
Um,
try.
my mic is on though.
Yeah, bring it a little closer. Let's see. I don't know.
You're
Yeah.
not hearing anything at all?
Yeah, I hearing you, but it's low. So them saying in the comments she's low.
Okay.
I
Are you
know nobody know what Miss Where to say. So yeah.
hearing any better now?
Yeah.
Any better?
Mm-hmm. You
All
just have
right.
to probably talk louder.
All
Yeah.
right. No problem. All right. So good night again, Keisha, and good night to
Nice.
the Money Classroom crew. All right. Thank you so much for having me. I mean, Keisha, it's always a pleasure though. Every time you reach out to me to say, come talk to my people, I'm always really ready once I'm available. So super appreciative of that. But as you rightfully said, Keisha, I am so passionate and that's just me. I remember in 2020, right, when I stumbled, and I'm going to use the word stumble because that's exactly what I did. I stumbled upon an opportunity online on Instagram. I saw a lady on Instagram posting some products that she's using, and the products are helping her to lose weight, and she's able to resell the products and make money. And I was like, that doesn't sound bad because at the time I was getting married, so I didn't mind losing a little 10 pound here or a little 10 pound there. But then when I heard that there was a business aspect to it, I said, that sound like me. So of course
Yeah.
I jumped in kind of blindly, but then I always said to myself, once it's an opportunity for me to learn, I will learn and I'm gonna make the best of it. And let me tell you something, that was the online business, the first online business I've ever done. And that was the business that changed the trajectory of my life. No, that was network marketing, right? And can I be honest with you? When I joined, I did not know it was network marketing. Maybe if I knew, I would not have joined because people introduced me to network marketing before and I always turn it down and say I'm not interested. So
So
luckily,
yeah. So network marketing is like Herbalife. Those are the popular ones in Jamaica.
right,
Herbalife and Amway.
right.
A lot of
So
people know those.
this one in particular is TLC, Total Life Changes, right? So it's like health and wellness products, but I was never interested in network marketing ever. So luckily, how it was how it was introduced to me, it was not a network marketing thing. It was just use the products and just sell them because you're gonna get results. People are gonna want to know, girl, what were you using? It's now an easy sell. So I thought that was so easy to do. So of course I jumped on, and while in it, I realized that, oh my God, I'm in network marketing. But here's the thing. I went in with the intention to learn it and be the best at it. You know what happened? In 6 months of me doing that network marketing business, I retired myself from my banking job in 6 months. Because
Say did I go on?
when I looked, I was earning within 6 months the money that I would have probably taken a year or a year and a half to earn at the bank, at the level that I was at the bank. So in 6 months, I earned that. I was like, but I can keep doing this. So 6 months in, I decided that, you know what, I'm just going to focus my energy here and I'm just going to continue to help more people. So the long and short is when I joined, I didn't keep it to myself. I shared it with a bunch of persons, had a bunch of persons change their health and had a bunch of persons now have an extra
Yeah.
income. Okay. Now, this is what introduced me to the online space and also to various mentors and coaches abroad that is doing big things because guess what, when you're in a corporate box, that's all you know. You just know everything corporate. You don't know nothing else. And like I always
But
say,
even the corporate boxing, even outside the corporate box, I always say to people, travel because Jamaica is the next box. A lot of people, they're running business, They may be, realtor, they may be, may I throw a word after the realtor because they know me and may I throw it after them. Realtors, business owners, coaches, consultants, even if you have ear and nails, but you
Yes,
only know the Jamaican context.
right.
When you
So
travel, it gives a different perspective too.
that's important. And I'm happy you touched on that because here's one of the things too. You see things like the Build Wealth conference that you have now introduced to us. I usually attend virtually stuff like that I see abroad. So I may not be able to like literally take up myself and go to those conferences. So
Yeah.
when a Les Brown having a conference, I may not be able to go to a physical one, but I buy the virtual and I go and then I start to get the understanding of how this whole thing works. And I'm saying to myself, this is good. You have to be in the room because if you're not in certain rooms, you're not going to hear certain things. You're not going to learn about certain opportunities. So for me, my online income journey started when I made that one decision. So I'm saying all of this to say that sometimes we have to make one decision. Sometimes we have to just try one thing and see how that one thing works. But Keisha, are you thinking that if that didn't work out for me, I would have said, boy, online thing don't work. I'm not going to do it anymore? No, maybe I'd have moved on to the next because here's what happened. That one industry opened up my eyes now to things like digital marketing, digital products, drop shipping. I didn't know anything about those things before I joined into this network marketing space. No, I still do it, but I don't do it 100% anymore because now I've realized that what is now trending and what is really making the average person, and I have to say this word, the average person, average
Yeah.
people say you is like a nobody, nobody no know you, you never make $1 million in your life, yet online, the average persons are now able to do stuff like this. Keisha, let me tell you something. I tell you all the time that I'm a TikTok girly right now. You know why? I find that people are on TikTok and they're looking for opportunities on there. So you know what
So
I'm
them just
seeing
a
a lot?
search
You know what I'm seeing a lot now on TikTok? People are actually searching for online businesses. So
business. Yep.
when you who know certain online businesses that work, present yourself on TikTok, these people are gonna find you. So let's say you create content about it or you go live about it, you're gonna know attract the tribe of people that
In
they
the algorithm. Yeah.
algorithm. So what I find is happening now, every time I take up my phone is another Jamaican I am seeing promoting and marketing a course or an ebook that they just created. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, this is what I always wanted for Jamaica. Because now, little by little, more Jamaicans are tapping in to the digital space and they're now coming out of them little shell. Everybody used to be shy and don't want to show them face on
Yeah,
social.
and me know, yeah, me just hide and yeah.
It's
They must
different now.
show up themselves now.
Let me tell you why they are showing up themselves because they realize that they are making money. And if they do this, they will make money. So if you see that something is working for you, you ever stop?
No.
Okay.
You're
So
fine.
what I'm
So here's the
seeing,
thing too. A lot of people get stuck at the first part. Them try it and they don't really take off. Right. One thing, and you will love this. Nehemiah Davis was at Investments. Your guy.
I
So
know,
Nehemiah
listen,
Davis is him huge. He's a young guy, but him rich. And
big.
he's a big motivational speaker. So what he said, him go through 10 job in him 20s, 10 different jobs. He keep getting fired. Every time he go to work, him work a little and then him get fired.
Mhm.
One thing him say will stick with him is keep pushing,
Keep going.
keep pushing. Right? So you
Mhm.
can't necessarily start because I know we talk about it and we talk about making money online. And not everybody gonna take off right away.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
Some people are gonna try and hit right
Mhm.
away, but it eventually will if you
You
stick
have
it
to
out.
just keep going. But what I find too is that some people don't even bother to try. They will even buy a course and they don't even want to open the course. You don't open the course, but then you complain and you say it didn't work. They bought into a program, they never once attend a training, they never once attended a meeting, but they just say it don't work. Because the truth is life does happen, right? We can agree to that. But do not say something don't work when you didn't work. You see the same Nehemiah Davis that you're talking about? He's my mentor, right? And he always says this. Everything works, but you don't. So don't blame the
Mm,
to say that the thing didn't work. It's you who didn't work. And
never put
I can attest to
one
that
thing,
because
let's talk about the value of working and working smart. because I see a lot of people know what about soft life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love the soft life. I only work 1 day a week and I make money. I love the
Mm-hmm.
soft, work-life balance. It's important, we're not saying nobody must work themselves into a wreck and you
Right.
drop down or you have a heart attack. But
Right.
I think what is missing nowadays is it lack of discipline and consistency. People just want to do something one time and if it not work, them not bother. And it's partly because of Instagram. Instagram make you feel like everybody can make it.
Yes.
People just
Yes.
get up and them a
Mm-hmm.
make 1 million US and then just get up and them have 2 million followers out of nowhere.
True.
That don't
True.
really work. In a
Yeah.
real life, it doesn't work. It's
Yeah.
the stick to itness. You have to stick to it. Put in the
Mm-hmm.
word discipline gone. I don't know. It's just like discipline now keep, consistency now keep. People just say, boy, I want a quick thing. If it not work, me not
Mm-hmm.
bother. We just I
Give
go
up.
just go on over here. So we can't do that.
Sometimes I look at it and I say to myself, boy, it's a mindset thing though. So you see, one of the things I even respect about Nehemiah Davis, he also works on your mindset. So the truth is, Keisha, not everybody will be able to fathom making $1 million Jamaican in a day, in a week, or even in a month because they have a different mindset. Their mindset is not yet at that level to fathom it or to understand it. They don't yet have the mindset to be disciplined either and to put in the work that it requires to achieve that. But I can tell you this, it is very much attainable, very much achievable.
People out there are make them millionaire.
Yes,
I'm not telling a lie. I have a lot of clients, me see, me know. $1 million, a common thing,
yes,
regular thing for
regular.
people.
Yes.
It may seem, people may be listening or them are watch and say, Keisha, you too lie. Not no go so because of your current state. But
Mm-hmm.
what missing from your current state, I can tell you, you don't have a high value skill or you don't have a high value product.
I'm
That is
so
why. So if you
happy.
ask yourself,
So,
why am I not making $1 million a month?
yeah, yeah.
First question. Second question should be, do I have a high value skill or a high value product with me I sell? If the answer is no, that answer the first question. And nobody hate on you, and no bad blessing I follow you, and no dopey I follow you, and no your mother, and no
You
your
don't
father,
have-
and no nobody.
Who is
It's
what
simple.
do you have for anybody to pay you any type of money for you to earn that kind of money? You don't have the high value skill. How are you gonna get the skill? Where are you gonna get the skill? So these are the questions now people need to start asking and they now need to start seeking out what are high value skills and where do I get these skills?
Yeah, can you look on Celine Dion? She opened up the Olympics, sing for
Mm-hmm.
3 minutes, and collect her how much millions of dollars.
Right.
Maybe I do have a Celine Dion voice. I'm not even gonna try. I mean, have a Celine Dion voice, but me have a other skill in
Yes,
finance, trading. That's a high value skill for me. When we sit down and study for how much ever years, 20 odd years of that. So that's mine. But I want everybody go through yourself, sit down and reflect. What is this skill? Or how can I go get it? If me not have it, you can go there and get it. And I say you not have it and woe is me. You can
right.
go out there and get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I
So
want it for.
the persons in the chat right now listening, right? And they're excited about the information they're hearing, but then kind of lost somewhere along the line to say, okay, I hear you, Keisha and Ben, but what are high value skills and where do I go and get these skills? So
Yeah,
guys, let me tell you something. We're in a digital world. Take it or leave
very
it.
digital.
It's not turning back. We are in a digital world and we're going full speed ahead. There's a thing called AI. There's a thing called
Yay.
AI, guys. It's not going anywhere. It's here and it is here to stay as far as I can see. Now, many of us know about ChatGPT. Some of us don't. You may be hearing it all the time, but have you ever once taken up your phone or any device and just type in ChatGPT and just test it out? Just prompt it something, tell it to do something for you and see what happens. Guys, the minute you're able to master how to use ChatGPT, you already have a high value skill. Because right
So
away,
I could give them something actionable. Because
all
I saw this and I tried this on myself with Chat GPT.
right,
Type this in. I'm gonna write it down. How do I become a millionaire? Just ask it that. Yeah, it can just be a friend. Like if you're not a friend, what can I say? You just say, How can I become a millionaire? It is going to answer you and tell you what to do.
Yes, step by step, right? So even at your conference, I remember helping out some travel agents where I literally told them to prompt chat GPT to tell it what to do. And I'm saying this to you guys that even tonight after this call, you could literally go and write a book, an ebook on chat GPT right now. When chat GPT spits out that ebook to you, you go on Canva, you copy the information from chat GPT, put it on Canva into an ebook template, and you
Template,
literally
yeah.
just go through and read the ebook for yourself, edit it, put in your little 2 cents, change up the jargons in it, and guess what? You put it on a platform, you put a price to it, $50, and you start marketing it. Just imagine you start marketing that ebook, and the next day you get a $50 sale, and the next day you keep getting more sales. Just imagine that, and all you did was to ask an AI tool to create this ebook for you. It basically gave you the outline, and now you literally have a digital product that you can start selling. And from there on,
So,
you know what's gonna happen now? That's gonna entice you to do another one
the more.
and another one. And listen, Nehemiah Davis is the person that taught me about digital product. Keisha, while I was in TLC, this guy used to be on live every single day. Let me tell you, when Nehemiah is working, he's working
Him then
morning,
on a soft life. No.
morning, noon, and night. In fact, how him really operate, him picnic and him wife, and them live the soft life. He is just a workaholic. So they are the
Yeah.
compatible, but him a work. That guy used to be on live morning, noon, and night, teaching, sharing, just giving free gems. But at the same time, I sat there on the lives, I listened to the free gems, and I activated everything this guy was saying. When the guy said, go and write that first ebook, talk to chat GPT, let it do it for you. And I tried my first ebook. That guy is who inspired me to do my first ebook. You know what my ebook was about? How to start a business. How to start a
Simple
business.
thing.
Simple thing. And if I tell you how much money I made from selling that online for $25, you wouldn't believe me.
See
Another
that?
digital product I created was a 90-day content planner. So what this means is every day for 90 days, I'm giving pointers in each block. So
Well,
every
of
day
course.
there's a block. Day 1, day 2, day 3 to 90. And I gave pointers in terms of what you can post as a content creator or somebody who sells stuff online for 90 days. Because you know why a lot of people don't really utilize social media, Keisha? They don't know what to post.
Yep.
But imagine you buy a guide, it's a 90-day content plan, and it is a guide. So you're at day 5 now, you just run to your planner. All right, what did they say to do on day 5? Boom, you activate that. Now for 90 days, you were consistent on social media. So everybody who follow you is seeing you consistent. You know what that will do for your business? Your business is
Take
gonna
off.
catapult like this. Because
But you
the
need the discipline. The discipline to show up
discipline.
every day.
Right. So what the content planner did is to create the discipline. Because as opposed to you sitting down wondering to yourself, what am I gonna post today? How am I gonna show up on social media today? There is a planner or a content calendar that literally gives you the information. So what this means is you are now creating a consistency, and like you and I would know, Keisha, if you do something consistently for at least 21 days, it now becomes a
That will
what?
become the habit, habit, habit.
That
So the
is it.
thing is, we're taught the things. I've seen where some people they're addicted to information. They love getting oh, give me this thing.
They
Yeah.
never
Bernice and
activate.
Keisha tell
Never.
me the thing, they might tell me, see, gems dropping. Where I drop the gems? But you're allergic to implementation. When it
Never
come
activate.
time now for do it here,
Never. You just don't, right?
so you're
And
addicted
that's
to
a good point.
information, allergic to implement. We don't want that. Action time. Exactly. Exactly.
I'm happy you touch on that, and I really, really wish and I hope that everybody right now on this platform who is listening just take some action, right? Maybe AI usage is not for you, but try it. You never know what is going to be for you. I didn't know that network marketing was going to be for me. I didn't know that digital marketing was going to be for me. I didn't know that drop shipping was gonna be for me. I didn't know that coaching people is gonna be for me. The truth is, I always find myself just helping people. As I say, I do one business or I have a business. This is me ready to just give you information. So I realized that this is my passion and this is my strong point. So what did I do? I monetize it.
You're not lying. You're not anytime. So our Profit Jumpstart of courses that we just launched is me talking to Venice and saying, Venice, I have these videos. And she said, Keisha, you need to turn it into a course. You need to put it into a course. And she one phone call, no lie with it, one phone call. And I said, all right, no say nothing, we're gonna just bill it out. We did. We put them out there and it sell because I had the information. I already have the knowledge. We know what to say. All right, this is what you need to do. And people are buying it up. How to get started in the Jamaican stock market. That's one course.
They want to know. So Keisha, as
Things I
opposed to
took for granted, people want to know.
people want to know and they're willing to pay you to learn. That's the thing, and a lot of us still don't realize that we have some type of knowledge that somebody else out there wants to know. I keep saying to even hairdressers, you may just be looking at it that you're just a hairdresser and there's so many hairdressers out there, but you don't realize that you have attracted a tribe of people who love your work. So if tomorrow morning you decide that you're putting on a class where you're teaching people how to lay the wigs them just as how you do it, people will show up for your
People are
class.
gonna come.
You just have to test the waters, and guess what? Let's face it and be real. Even if it's one person show up, right? Even if it's one person show up, you'd have charged for it, right? So it means that that person would
Still
have
I
paid
get money.
you. So you know what that would I tell you now? The possibility exists that if I market it properly the next time, or I ensure that I create some content from this one-on-one and just now make it look like it was a one-on-one session. No other people may want to know book me
Go on, come. True.
right? So
True.
we have to what? We have to capture everything. So we need to realize that content is money. Content is
Yes.
money. So
Things
if
we take for granted, and you may say, all right, I may say, opening a Jamaican account, opening your interactive brokers account, simple thing. People don't really know. So I said, me talk to you and you say, Keisha, put it in the course. And we did. That's what we have. And people like it. All for pay off your credit card. Create a course. People maybe on who they know something, put it there, put it in a little guide, an ebook, put it out to sell. That's one way. Even I always talk about investments and say buy stock. If you want passive income, you buy stock. We pay a lot of dividends, like a Trans Jamaica Highway, a Carreras. You buy those stocks. Some people listen to me, some people don't listen to me. Maybe me if we go do a dividend stock course and I see the meter put in there. But
right.
we want the implementation. That's what we want, the implementation.
So
And
one of
you touch on something though, because we have to tackle some of the objections that are going to come.
yeah.
People will try, and money people in, and they're going to try. They're listening to us, they're going to try, and it may not go as they expect. Some people may get no sale. So you talk about marketing, and you refer to that a lot of times where you say, all right, maybe you never market it good, or maybe you need to do more marketing. Let's talk about, I want to make this actionable for a person. How can people market different things? Give me some ideas.
All right. So for example, you're a hairstylist. Let's keep it at a hairstylist, right? You can't just rely on your customers to walk out of your shop with the nicest hairstyle and rely on them to market the hairstyle for you because it looks good. The truth is, they will go out there and people say, oh, your hair looks nice, but that's it. They never one day ask them, where did you do it, right? Or the customer never volunteered it. But guess what? You let that client get up out of your chair and you did not even do a 2-second video of the hairstyle to post on the page. Now, imagine me now sitting at home, have an event to go to, a Profit Jumpstarter to be a guest speaker on, and I need somebody to do a nice hairstyle for me, and I'm on social media now scrolling. All right, where I can run go get a nice hairstyle. But then every time I go on a page, I am not seeing anything posted for the last 3 months, right? Maybe I'm gonna think you're out of business.
Yeah,
right?
you're locked down. True.
Or you barely have, or you're running a salon, but you don't even really have hairstyles posted on the page. You have quotes. inspirational quotes post on it. You have a tree posted on it, a garden, whatever. You're posting all kind of things that is not your business, right? So the truth of the matter is you'd have lost out on a customer who would have seen a hairstyle and said, "This is the hairstyle I want," and booked you. You understand? All
True,
right.
true, true, true.
What other business somebody out there might have that they need
So
to
let's
market?
talk to some of the other service persons, some realtors. Them
All right.
keep on
So
a pick for them today, but realtors.
no,
Think
and I
about
love
it
the
because
fact that I love that. I love that because here's the thing. I love real estate, right? I always wanted to be a realtor too. That's something I was always passionate about. Maybe that has changed somewhat. No, I'm not sure, but I still like it. So here's what I would do as a realtor. I would make it so fun. My page, every morning you wake, you want to come on my page to see what this realtor is up to today. So every property that I have listed, I would be going to that property and I am doing a video. It's an interactive video. I'm standing up, I'm speaking, I set up my tripod and I'm talking to you. Okay, welcome to penthouse at blah, 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 blah. And I'm telling you and I'm
yeah,
explaining and I'm showing you because what I find is people like to see behind the scenes kind of stuff. People are interested in behind the scenes. So I'm going to show you behind the scenes. I'm going to give you the walkthrough. I'm going to explain to you about the place. Chances are you probably don't even need to bother come and look at it. You'd have made your decision that this is the house you want
for the
from
video.
my video, right? And I'm gonna also ensure that I'm teaching you how to get qualified to purchase the property. What I find is a lot of realtors, they're just more interested in selling, 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 but they don't
Two
realize that there's
bedroom, three,
people out
yeah.
there
Yeah.
there's people out there that probably is in fact qualified to buy the place, but nobody even tell them, say, you can go at NHG, go get the maximum that NHG has to offer, and then you can go to a commercial bank to get the rest of it. Did you know that?
Right.
People do not take it for granted that people know you have some 23-year-old out there that is in a big position because what? They have a good degree, they probably had gotten some early experience, or they just got an opportunity to get a big position. But are they fully aware of how to acquire property? They are just
Nope.
23, but they
No.
have the money, they have the salary to back it. But do they know what is the requirement or what are the steps? You're saying you can't you I won't show you a property unless you have the pre-qualification letter. How many people know how to get the pre-qualification letter? Why not
Don't
educate
know what. Yeah, what is that?
Why not educate your people how to get the pre-qual letter? What are the steps? Where to go? So turn your page into more an educational page. So again, I always say to people, to make money, you have to help people. How do you help people? You share information, you teach them, you give them a lot of free information. So when you are now charging, they have no qualms about paying you. Because guess what? The free gems that they have gotten from you is so
It's
valuable,
over.
they're not gonna think twice to pay you for what you're charging.
Them I gonna
So
say, so when me charge now, when me I gonna get then? Well,
there you
the
go.
value is there for
Exactly.
sure. Yes.
Another thing a realtor could contemplate is getting things like real estate templates. Templates. So as opposed to just have a boring page, you get real estate templates. So these are what we call PLR products, private labor rights products, right? So there are websites that you can actually go and find private labor rights products. I have access to a whole
Ability.
bunch of them too. So templates
So
are very
eat up
important.
Venice.
Yes,
Realtors eat up
ma'am.
Venice to the product.
No,
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And I have coached realtors before, right? I've had meetings with realtors who are not getting any sales and they're looking at others. And I keep saying to people, if you realize that another realtor is getting sales and you not try to look and say what are they doing differently, they're showing up on their pages, they're probably going live from time to time and interact and engage with people. Why not go live? You're a realtor. Why not go live? Why not go live and start talking to people about the listings that you have? You never know who may jump on the live and they are in a
See it
position
and
to
call it.
purchase, right? Talk to them about what they can do if they purchase an investment property. What are the different options that are out there for them? Not everybody buying a place to live in. Some people are buying it to what? To invest it. Why
Invest.
not talk to them
True.
about it, right? Encourage people, say, listen, even if you're not able to afford the property that you want to live in now, but you're in a position to buy one that you can put in an Airbnb, start somewhere. The earlier start buying properties is the better for you. I bought my first
True.
property when I was about 21 years old. right? And I can tell you this, that's what motivated me to keep
To
buying
go to the
properties
next.
because I'm like,
So
okay,
not it's
how
not
it's
there
done.
for real.
And I did it
True.
all alone, right? I did it all by myself. But guess what? I used to work at the bank. The bank gave me
They know the
staff
thing.
rate,
Staff
right?
rate.
But I'm gonna share this joke with you now, which is why I keep saying to people, who are you listening to and who are you talking to? You have to know the right people to talk certain things with. I remember when I was in the bank and I just went on staff and I was now able to buy properties. But again, like I said to you, I was young, so I was not thinking about mortgage and buying. You know what? I went to one of the managers there and asked him if he know anywhere renting. You know any nice little uptown apartment renting? The man run me and said to me, so you work a bank where the bank is giving you a mortgage at staff rate and you are
Right.
talking about a rent place, but here's what was
But
beating me now.
enough bank people broke, Enough bank people are struggling because they don't know what's available to them. They don't know. They
Keisha,
don't know.
I worked at the bank and I did not know either. In fact, the bank sent me to university. They paid my school fee and I didn't even know that that was one of the benefits that they had. I did not know. I heard by the wayside and then I jumped on it. Another bank sent me to school. I didn't pay a dollar for my degree. You
Yep.
heard me? So when I
People
went to
just
the
not
guy,
know.
the guy said that to me. A light bulb went off, but then I kind of stopped and I went into my shell and I was like, but why is he telling me to buy a property and I don't have a deposit? So I asked the question because I was asking myself. But then I asked him, I said, but where am I going to get the deposit? Remember me, I just 21 with
Simple
your,
thing.
you know what
Yeah.
the man said to me? Don't worry about it. Find the property first and the deposit
I'm
will come.
sure you.
I was like, what? So of course, I nervously and skeptically started looking everywhere. Newspaper on Sundays, Jamaica properties, and I started to look. But the first thing I did was to go and find out how much am I qualified for. So when I was told, now I know the price range of property that I'm now looking for. Now, when I found the property, Keisha, long story short, when I went and I viewed the place, I saw doctors, I saw lawyers viewing, I saw husband and wife. Me say, man, I carry that them daughter, we go university. Me I said to
Yeah.
myself, me now go get this. And let me tell you this. You see the man that was selling the property, Keisha? The man has a girlfriend and a baby. Girl is probably about my age. The man called me and the man said to me, I know you saw everyone that came, but I feel like you are the one I want to sell this place to. You know why
See
the
there?
man told me? The man saw that I was young. I came alone and he could look at me and probably see his girlfriend in me. You know what he said to me? If his girlfriend had just a little bit of the ambition that I have, he would not be selling this place now. I
Watch
don't know if
here. Watch
you
here.
hear me say?
Yeah. Because that ambition is the next thing, we have to want better for ourselves. So, so people are trying to pick your brain. We're gonna say, speak to Denise. You can coach with her. Nicola asking, what are some marketing strategies for private chef? She have to go hit you up
Who?
one away for a private chef. She's a private chef. She want to
She,
know. Chef will coach with you.
she needs me
Nicola,
on TikTok. I do these kind of things every day on my TikTok live. You can't come on my TikTok.
so that see,
Put the
and
mic
that's our
on.
handle there, so you guys can get her. Yeah, so the main thing, the ambition have to be there. Your
Yeah.
mindset have to be open to I can do this, I can get this, right?
So,
Passive
so
income is what allow you to have flexibility in life. One thing for sure, one income stream is very close to no income stream, and you will end up homeless,
yes.
broke. If you have
Mm-hmm.
the one little job and then decide, say, all right, we're gonna have people I hear your name call, you're at home. And then rent or mortgage have to pay, you're homeless. So
And if it
even for
expires, that's it.
yeah, any
Mm-hmm.
single person tonight in a money classroom who is thinking, boy, I just one way to make money now, just the one little job and I'm the best employee. No,
There's a
at
lot.
least two. At least two. And that's why we're having this class. At least two. Do something else. You
Yeah.
can't just sit down and take life easy and think, boy, I'm just gonna trust and pray to keep the little work. That is not a good strategy.
Right.
Put yourself in the path, in the rooms to learn what to do because it's not hard. We don't say must go, no. go actually go start lay about yourself and do three job. But we're not saying that. Notice we never talk say, all right, get a day work and a night work
You're
and
gonna
a
work
weekend work. Smart. Online. Me just a type something when I come home at night time, I sit down and type. I call Venice, hey Venice, all this will work. She will
yeah,
show you that's what she does.
right.
Hey, this other way to do it. You coach with her. She can give you the breakdown, the play by play on what to do. If you want passive income on the investing side, that's me. Me will show you, all right, these are the dividends stocking out. So the things set up.
Yep.
But there is no way you can be on tonight and leave and say, me not know what to do. You
And
can't say that.
I'm so happy you touched on this, Keisha, because one of the feedback I had gotten from, a few persons who was at the conference, they love the information. They love especially the stock aspect of it, how to buy stocks and all of that. It sounded good, but they really don't have the money to do it. So I'm really happy that we're doing this type of connection and this type of conversation to really help them to create that
The
additional stream
money.
of income now, where now them can diversify the money and put it into stocks, with understanding the risk and everything, because as we all know,
Right.
sometimes it goes up, it goes down. So you have
Go
to make the
down.
decision.
Right.
Are you going in for the short term to do a quick flip and come out, or are you going in for the long term where you set it and leave it and just allow it to continue to grow over time, right? Because of course we know there are some stuff is long term, because you're really doing that for like pension purposes, and some stuff you're buying to just make a quick food, sell and go,
Go.
right?
But the
So
main thing I like this because I always get the yeah, Keisha, that sound good, but me nah no money. My 9 to 5 money, it just exact. These are
and
the
that's the
exact. Me nah have
reality.
no extra if I can invest.
Hmm.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
we have to take control of our money. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody not gonna give you a handout every month and say, hey, here's some free money. Take it. Take it. Here's some more free money. You have to get up. And even if somebody get free money, you're gonna have to do some very unscrupulous things to keep
pretty
getting it. Right? The amount of things you're gonna have to do to keep getting that money and forget it every month. Don't
true.
put yourself through that. Right? When the other option that's there is all right, let me educate myself on some side hustles, some passive income stream, whether I go and get it from the stock market or me get it from an online business. Let me educate myself and let me take action. Right?
Yep.
That's what we want for sure. I see some comments coming. People are love up the convo. MB Lee saying, love how this is real. I should share it with the young adults. Yeah, one of the main things with a really nice stuffy thing, and this is this, and that doesn't help anybody because you're gonna feel like I cannot do it, right? That's what's gonna end up happening. We don't want that. We want you to feel empowered. We want you to feel like I can do this. And the way for you to feel like you can do it is giving you the blow by blow, the step by step, so you can go. Right? The main thing is money is wealth is possible for anybody. Me come from August, little August where I three away asleep at night time on the bed sideways, head to toe. Because if I can come out of all that and build wealth, you can do it too. Nothing special about me.
Neither
Nothing I
me.
never feel. Me never have to do nothing unscrupulous and take nothing away or push nothing. I didn't have to do any of that. Right? So that do have to be your part. That do have to be it, right? Ways are there. Venice, we can bring it back up on screen how to reach her and you coach people. You talk to them about business and how to make money in them business. You see how the idea them just a spit out.
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
man.
so all they have to do is
So,
so
so
they
of
reach
course,
out
I'm
to
not
you.
going to leave anybody out there in the dark, right? I'm really gonna leave you guys with some true gems that you can run with right now. So, of course, there are some ways that you can start making money online. For example, things like drop shipping, creating digital products. So, what I want you to understand about digital products, even if you don't have any skill set or any knowledge that you can share in a digital product to say, who is going to listen to me? Who is going to buy this from me? I'm not really have no knowledge or no skill set to share. There's a thing that we call master resale rights, where you resell other people's property, digital property that has value. So, for example, let's say I have a course, right? Or Keisha has a course that's a bomb ass course that everybody buy it, everybody wants it. If we give master resale rights for that course, you know that the course is trending, you know the course is viral, you know the course has value, and we give you master resale rights, you could buy that course and you could also resell it. Now, why it's going to work for you, because the course is already viral, it's already trending, it's already making money. It's a no-brainer because people are out there looking for it. But when them see that you are selling it now, you will get sales, and especially if you market it correctly. So Keisha, this is also a pointer to you. That's something you could also look into. Let's say you have a
No, I,
top
I just
selling.
said, like I said, because I want to make things accessible for more everybody have money. And
Yeah,
but always I said it. So my
yeah.
courses, I'm willing to say, because it's affiliate marketing we're talking about, people who sell other people courses for them. Anybody on tonight, if you come to me and say, I have my courses, if you want to sell them, I will pay you. So you can't say me never help you. If you want to sell any other Profit Jumpstarter courses, anything, send me an email, Keisha at Profit Jumpstarter. I will pay you a commission. I will, because my goal, more impact, more as many people as possible to get the knowledge. If you know 2 and 3 people or 5 and 10 people and say, you know, say, then people would have benefit from this. Sell it. I will pay you. You
Hmm.
can't say we never help you. You can't say you don't know what to do because we are give the idea. See the master resale, right? Venice, and that's the thing. Me, I can help you if you implement. Say,
Yeah.
Venice, look at master race and Keisha, this is something you should think about. All right, Venice, thank you very much. People, money people come in, sell the course. Send me an email, I will get you hooked up, and you collect your commission and you sell. That's what we're doing. I want be a wealthy people. We need some more wealthy people around me. So we can go. Miss Kitty said it at the conference. We need to have people when we go for our private jet. Are we with us a roll? All of we
Listen, guys, we need to understand that we're here to live life abundantly. And the truth of the matter is, sometimes we are our own downfall. We self sabotage and we don't believe. So, one of the things we have to work on is our mindset. Guys, don't believe that Keisha and I just sit down here and we're just talking pretty words and we're trying to motivate to just make you feel like you can do it. So you have to also believe that you can do it, because look at both of us. We're two Jamaicans and we're just doing our thing. Did we just get up and just get to where we are? No, it took work. And if you guys know any of us, you can follow the history. Just look at the page from start to where we are now, and you will see the work that was put into our social media pages to build our presence as what we are now. And that's just the truth, right? We're both coming from
Yeah,
the corporate world. We're both used to work for other people, and we're not saying that nothing is wrong with working for people, but at the end of the day, what's the plan for your future? What's the plan for
right.
you? And that's what you have to start asking yourself. So again, there is things out there that you can jump in. Keisha is offering you guys to pay you commission to promote and market any one of our products once they make a sale. I am also saying to you that I have products that they are doing very well. And if you want to buy it and sell it back, you buy it and sell it back.
Do your
If you
thing.
want to get into creating your own digital products and sell, do that. If you want to do drop shipping, learn about it. I also have a course for that. If you want to learn how to become a UGC content creator where you get brand deals to market other people's product and they pay you a 500 USD and a 1000 USD to do a picture with a product or a 2-second video with a product, understand that these are high value skills. These are people are getting paid to do these things. You learn how to create a Shopify website. People are paying people 500, 600, $1,000, 1,500
Yep.
US dollars to create a Shopify store that takes 30 minutes to create if you know what you're doing. I have a program that teach you how to do that. If you learn how to do that to the T, become a what?
You go
Website
wrong.
developer. You can now put yourself on a platform called Fiverr or Upwork, and you are now selling your service as a what? A website designer. You learn how to create Shopify stores in probably 1 hour. And then every time you get a job to do, it take you 30 minutes to do that, and you collect 500 and
The
1,000.
money.
What? Those are all
Yep.
high income skills. And I have many more to tell you guys, but we'll save it for another
I
time.
gotta drop it there. But them
When
can't,
you ask me.
yeah, them can't message you and ask you, but them can't nobody tonight. And you know,
Can't.
we're real. And that's something I really wanted to make sure we focus on. We didn't have a joke thing and a play thing.
Yeah.
We will help you. That's why we're here. A lot of people who came to the conference, they made some good connections and deals are being made. May I hear a story about meet one partner up for go do this and whatever, whatever. But not
Love it.
everybody made it to the conference. That's okay. But you're on tonight. So either you can say, all right, Venice, come show me what to do. help me with this business idea. How can I make it work? Or me have my business, it not really work out. What me need to fix up? Or Venice, which product is the hot one? Show me please so I can start resell them.
Yeah,
How,
man.
how should I resell them?
Take
Right?
action.
And profit jumpstart courses are very popular. Everybody want to learn how to make money. Send me an email. I will hook you up and you collect your commission. You just report, hey, me to give a better course in a car. This is say you could have really get some help financially. People will do it. You make your commission. Right? The answers are right out there. The opportunities are right out there, but you have to seize it. Right? One thing somebody said last episode was, action takers are money
Nature.
makers.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Right? What are you about? Come in and sit down and get the information and great job, guys. And then nothing changes, or are we trying to make our life better? We're trying to make some money. Right? Which side we're on? Go ahead. So that's for you to go reflect on. Sit tonight, but the connections are there. Bring up Venice Connect again. So people can DM you. And you know you're getting the DM.
Instagram and TikTok is the same name, guys. Instagram and TikTok. I am more active on TikTok, I must say, but I love to do DMs on Instagram instead of TikTok.
Okay. So them can find it anywhere.
Anyone
Venice the Motivator.
Same name.
And then, of course, you reach me, Keisha at Profit Jumpstart. Send me an email. Get you connected. Make sure you make some money. That's what we're about. That's what we're about. So Keisha at Profit Jumpstart, Venice the Motivator on IG and TikTok. Nice. This has been a real talk. This has been good. I love when me talking because I know you bring the things, the real things. I just throw it out.
Yeah, me not in other fluff thing, Keisha, because guess what? In my life, I've paid money and got fluff, and that shit pissed me off. Sorry, I don't know if I can say that, but that pissed me off, right? Which is why when I found people like Neo, I had to stick with him because Neo was just dropping gems every day. But how me say because me hungry for the information, so me and everybody else won't be the same. I am hungry and I'm always a student, right? So even though I may be at a certain stage in life now, there's nothing that you can't teach me, and I can say, let me take two things out of what Keisha does. I am always in student mode. So Neo will always get me to buy anything with myself once I can afford it or once that's something I'm interested in because he's always teaching and I'm always a student. And I always say to people, if your mentor doesn't have a mentor, you are in problems because who is feeding that person? You can't pour from an Keisha, that is why you go to all these different conferences that you go to, right?
They're not
Because
cheap.
learning and they're not cheap because I pay to go to them too, but I mainly do the virtual aspect of it. But I'm telling you, we're in the same circle, we're watching the same people.
You know the price. You know how much for them.
So we know the price,
you have
right?
to fly, hotel, go, you have to eat. It's a lot, but I'm doing it to learn so we can pour back into you because everybody can go. That's fine. We make the connections. I will bring them come to Jamaica. We can't fly an expert if we don't go a foreign go get the expert to fly them in. We can't send them an email. They're not gonna come. They're gonna be like, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
So we have to go and make the connections to bring them back to the community.
So guys, you wanna have an amazing coach because your coach is always learning. So therefore, shall go get new information. So next Build Well conference. Just no
a problem in Venice because we never know which one we're gonna go. I have no idea because we're not in more space. We take over AC. So that's the problem I'm dealing with now. I'm like, where are we gonna go next year? Because we're full.
Probably Pegasus up in the top.
That can't hold we. That's too small. With AC, we took all 3 rooms. We take everything.
Arena.
Yeah, Arena doesn't have the money vibe that the Profit Jumpstart that people them love. It not have the money vibe.
That's true. It's going to give you old. It's going to give us old
and
broke.
Give you old broke vibe.
So we need to build our own.
What can us build? Make us build something. Make us come in with our money crew. I'm just building.
So too, when you not have nothing, you rent it and you split it up in different conferences. Listen, that's an idea,
So man work. Yes, because I'm like, the space can't hold my people. We full it up. We take over everywhere. We need more space. So let's just go and get it. That's what we're gonna do. Cause we have to go be on top of each other at ACFL.
Yeah, true,
We
true,
use up
true.
everything. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Well,
this has been a good
maybe,
convo.
as I said, maybe you can also have a virtual aspect. So when you stick it solo, say stick it solo, them have to join virtually.
So I forgot. Yeah, but you know, certain things they talk in a room when I talk virtual. You saw it for yourself where you come and
Yes.
the vibe and the things
Yeah,
them we did a talk.
the energy is different when you are in the room, though. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. All right. Uh, Great conversation. Thank you for being on, Venice. You know, always a pleasure. Real talk, real things. I will not leave no one behind. Everybody I learn, everybody I implement.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. And
Thank
until
you
next
so
time, we'll
much.
see you. Right?
Thank you, guys.
All
Thank
right. All right. We're going to just wrap now. All right, baby. So, guys, there you have it. Action takers are money makers. You see, Antoinette saying that's our new motto. Yeah, so the things set up. We want to make sure you guys implement. Another way to make sure you're implementing is to connect with the Profit Jumpstarter newsletter. It's profitjumpstarter.com/newsletter. Connect there, stay informed, stay up to date with the different strategies. You get to stay up to date with all of the events we're happening, everything what we are doing, you're just in the know. Also, our YouTube channel, subscribe, like up the video so the algorithm catch on and see what's going over here. Support the growth of this community. You can become an affiliate. That was a great idea from Venice. Hallelujah. Great idea. Love it. Absolutely love it. You can become an affiliate as well and help to grow the community while making money at the same time and building wealth for yourself. So you help others to build wealth while you're building wealth. Amazing. Amazing. Can't get better than that. So thank you guys so much for being on. Until next week, we are back again. Have a profitable week. Bye.